Joe Biden meeting Vladimir Putin. They both are not the best of friends. It's no secret. US and Russia relationship has been at rock bottom. Just a few days ago, they were sending each other's diplomats back. Joe Biden referred to Putin as a killer, and he got very upset about it. And it's a legacy which is carried on from the campaign for Biden's presidency, where he wanted to position himself as very different from Trump, who was shown as a friend of Putin. The whole election meddling storm is still hanging over them as well. So why does this meet matter, especially in the Indian context, and why is the world looking at it? Vishnu Prakash, former ambassador, joining us for his inputs on this. Ambassador Prakash, thank you so much for speaking with us on the India development debate. Your first thoughts on why this summit is important?
Greetings, Tamanna, and nice to be on the program with you for the simple reason that Russia may not be a superpower, but it is a great power. And it is very important for two big countries, major countries, to engage with each other. Russia can be a major factor for peace and stability, but if shunned, if not treated with respect, it could also be a issue when it comes to furthering the agenda of global governance. Now, you're absolutely right that the two leaders know each other, and therein lies the problem as also the strength. They are clearly no admirers of each other, but they both understand realpolitik. They both know how to dial down expectations. They both know how to try and overcome difficulties. I think it is very well, so far it has been choreographed quite well. The two foreign ministers had met. They have found common ground. And I think we will see some reduction in the temperature and some effort to move forward.
Tell me why this matters from the context and point of view of India. We know we're hanging fire over the S-400 missile systems we've purchased from Russia. America doesn't like it. They were threatening to sanction us for a while from the Trump era. But we're hoping that we've become too important a partner to the US for them to do it. But Ambassador Prakash, is it a balancing act in a sense for India? I'm sure Indian diplomats are watching this meeting very, very carefully.
Well, it is certainly a question of having due leverage. Let us dial back a bit. Since 2014, Russia has been at a receiving end. I'm not condoning what Russia did, but all sides will do what is in their national interest. And willy-nilly, Russia was pushed into the Chinese embrace. Now, it is not something that they are very comfortable with. Russia was in the driving seat as a superpower once, and now they are comparatively a junior partner. They resent it. But now when China and Russia get together, it enhances the leverage of China. And the way China is behaving aggressively, their expansionist instinct, the fact that they're bullying each and every nation is for everybody to see. USA has to make up its mind, Europe has to make up its mind, NATO has to make up their minds whether who is the bigger challenge. Is Russia the bigger challenge or is China the bigger challenge? Somehow I feel, that's my perspective at least, that NATO wants to keep the bogey of Russian threat alive and is playing down the Chinese threat and highlighting the Russian threat. In the recently concluded NATO summit, the communique has 61 references to Russia, most of them negative. Now, if you want Russia to be an adversary, Russia will be an adversary. But it is, in, I think, common interest of everybody, because Russia is a Eurasian power, to find some kind of a modus vivendi with Russia. And if that happens, it is certainly enhances our leverage also. And we would very much want to see a lowering of temperatures between USA in particular and between the Western world and Russia in general.
Okay, thank you so much, Ambassador Prakash, for joining us and giving us that perspective. It's a story we'll be tracking. Let's tell you very clearly that there is no great outcome which will be expected from the Biden-Putin summit as of now, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on. We'll take a very short break at this point, but don't go anywhere. Exclusive interview with Dr. N.K. Arora of the NTAGI coming up next. I will be asking him why this constant controversy over the gap in dosage for Covishield. Now, once again, the question has arisen that why is it 12 to 16 weeks? Did it have the backing of science and scientists? Let's see what he has to say after this very short break.